Welcome to News Insight. What a beautiful day. Well, how you doing?
I'm good, I'm fine.
Okay. So, El-Rufai on the news on all fronts. Northern group tells El-Rufai, leave Tinubu alone.
Tinubu has achieved more in 2 years
In 2 years than you've achieved as a governor. And then he was not invited for the Northern Caucus meeting, the APC caucus meeting. He was not also invited for the NEC meeting. And all of this, El-Rufai.
No, but El-Rufai did say he was invited, but that the invitation came a bit too late.
For which of them?
For the APC meeting.
Caucus meeting.
Yes. Which, of course, normally, you don't expect to send an invitation to a man you don't know where he is at a particular time. If you actually wanted somebody to attend an event of such a magnitude, you should be able to have given him enough time, so that he can prepare. You could have other appointments or other engagements. But having said that, I am happy the Northern group are drawing his attention to certain things, that they felt are things that do not give him the moral right to be accusing somebody in power of other things, like not doing well and not allowing him in the cabinet. If you remember, the last election before, I think 2027 election or thereabout, El-Rufai was one of the Northerners, if not him alone, that stood up to tell the European observers that they should
that was 2019.
That they should be careful or they will go back in body bags. You could imagine a man that was still thinking of future, not that position he was holding on to at that time, making such utterances. If such a man is being given a ministerial appointment or an ambassadorial appointment, how do you expect these European people to be dealing with the country that is representing on behalf? So I think it's a good thing that the Senate, even though they are clawless, our Senate at the moment, they are just tools in the hand of executive. Quote us any day, anyhow, anytime, we'll be bold to say this. They know. But to an extent, on personal ground, they have people they try to use as scapegoat, as if they are working. They're not really working for Nigerians, because as I speak with you, Nigerians are really in very serious pain. From the death of our people over rice palliative in December, and to natural death as we speak today, of hunger. And in terms of security, I think it has reduced to an extent, but it's not completely. Because if, as you and I are here today, your vehicle gets broken and you need to go home, you'll be afraid, of boarding the normal thing that should have been normal, commuter, by going to the bus stop to join any vehicle.
Okay, all right. Yes. But looking at it from all perspectives, are we going to say that APC is in crisis because, for example, Ganduje said that they can't pay bills for all the cases in court and some monies are seized as a result of that? A lot of people in the party are not really identifying with the party. For example, the former president Buhari, even the former vice president is not identified.
A very prominent
Amechi is not El-Rufai.
But to list a little. What do you expect from group of selfish people who are not playing by the normal rules that are written down by rules of personal gains? People who El-Rufai's son in the House of Reps drew our attention, last quarter of last year, that he wonder how every year they'll be making budget. We're using this mic here, for crying out loud. If this mic keep functioning for the next 20 years from now,
we don't need to be putting their budget on a yearly basis.
So what do you expect from people who, when you have people whose interest is what they will grab, they all know themselves. You understand? Like there's this normal saying, person where they carry knife kill. Yeah. They like make knife nail. Will work. So that is it. So APC's attitude, complaint here and there, fight here and there is a demonstration and exposure. Like God rightly said, that a time will come, you create confusion in the camp of our enemies. Either you like it or not.
Pastor Eli.
No, I'm not. It's not religious here. So okay, that is it.
Or Prophet Eli.
Well, that is it. So the issue of El-Rufai is quite. Look at it for the first time. We've had a case that was from Metasine in 1980, something that was very small in Kano is split over to Kaduna. We had the 2000 Miss World crisis that almost consumed many of us in Kaduna and consumed a lot of persons and properties. So Kaduna had been like a time bomb state, sort of. And then you have a wonderful gentleman. I wonder where he is politically. He's been quiet. You know, age is no longer on his side, and I think he's not interested in dirty things. Ahmed Mohamed Makarfi, you know, wonderful gentleman in Kaduna there that was able to manage the crisis. I was in Kaduna there, was able to manage the crisis in Kaduna. He was able to stabilize Kaduna. And then you have an El-Rufai that came on board in such a very dicey state. The first thing he would declare was a Muslim ticket. He started this thing in a very sensitive country. And now you have the right today. He fought for Tinubu with everything he has. He's crying today, of course.
No, but you know, there was a time really that Tinubu's health was in question. And there's a video that came out that El-Rufai said, I don't think we should go with Tinubu.
You see, one thing I've understand about APC members and candidates, I think it's a tactics, you know, of the APC. Was Buhari's health, was he looking normal when he became president? Now you are talking of Tinubu. Buhari finished his 8 years. He's even looking more normal now because the money
even Tinubu right now talks better.
The money that you and I are supposed to use, to eat normally, Buhari has taken all, went to the right. He said he has 152 cows before he became president. He left presidency with 152 cows. Now I heard his a spokesperson wrote yesterday that even though Buhari has private jet, where does he have the money to buy private? Buhari, someone that cannot.
Okay, let's leave Buhari alone.
Oh, you don't want me to talk?
Okay. No. Off the mic.
Okay.
We will talk about that on another day. Okay, so El-Rufai right now, is he in a quagmire? Is he where he has found himself right now? They don't have the opposition put together. They don't have everything put together. Where does it stand? Where does it take off from? From his people, there's criticism coming his way. From the government, he's been rejected. The only person we have seen him with lately is Atiku. Is there something cooking between them?
I want to disagree with you that El-Rufai is completely rejected, even though I'm talking about him the way I'm talking. From the angle he's coming from today, he's talking our mind and our interest, the normal general Nigerians. So he has.
But that's the way he spoke in 2015.
Well, it might be the way he spoke in 2015, and I was able to bring on board, you know, this failed APC government that had made our fuel today. Dangote just reduced fuel to 800 and something private. I went to buy fuel today in NNPC. They said 900 and something. And there's this general belief again that the fuel that Dangote produces and sells last longer.
That's why MRS filling stations are the queues.
Is it not a shameful thing in a country where we produce crude, we refine crude, petroleum, and now we have a private person who gets his crude there and refine it, and now his product is better than ours. We are busy importing from where they have interest, outside there, not minding the quality and the hazard that could cause to Nigeria.
Even looking at the whole thing, APC in question, they're even in debt. I mean, that's absurd that the party chairman came out and said that they are in debt, their money is being frozen. They can't pay lawyers, they can't, I mean...
for many cases.
For many cases.
Okay, let me tell you something. I was talking with a friend on the neutral ground last time. He mentioned something that was so shameful. He said any family that does not have constant police or court issue will hardly have millionaires. But if you look at it in Nigeria today, it's like that. There's no morality. There's no just. APC is having too many crises and too many cases. Why? Because of injustice, internal party crisis, all right? Dragging a victory where they did not get victory. So people take them to court. Not conducting an election how it should be conducted. People take them to court. INEC in their hand as a tools of rigging. People take them to court. The police in their hands, not doing the right thing, except if they see that the body language, like the thing that just happened in Osun State. People take them to court. That's why they have too many cases. When late Yar'Adua was president, and when Buhari, what's his name, Jonathan was president, how many cases do PDP have? I'm not trying to praise PDP. I'm not a PDP person. Do you understand? So that is just the thing. If they should look inward, why are they having so many crises, internally and externally? Why? Is it that they are selected as enemies of who? So that shows that what we are crying out is exactly what is on board. APC is not, they are being biased, they are dragging victory here and there, they are rigging election here, and that's why they have cases. And that's why they will need more money to be defending themselves in court. So it's not our business, it's their business. They should solve their business. They should try to do things the normal way so that all these cases will stop coming up. An advice.
Well, we do hope that this crisis that is internal, starting internally from within, because one of the things El-Rufai said is that there has not been party internal democracy within APC, and also the fact that the APC itself doesn't screen itself. No caucus meeting, no NEC meeting. Now they are taking place, and they are excluding.
They should, even if I have money, I would have looked for some group of wonderful lawyers like Deji and Co. and sue APC for Tinubu using our presidential villa for APC meeting. Is presidential villa APC's secretariat?
But that's how it has always been.
Under what party?
Even under PDP.
Doing a APC, PDP meeting inside villa? No. Quote me. When? Which? Under which of the presidents? It has never been so. Falana talked about it. It's not done. They have secretariat. They can go to any state and use their secretariat. They have secretariat in Abuja. They can rent hotels. Have you not noticed how many times PDP, when in power, were renting Eagle Square Stadium and so many for such events? We're talking of national caucus meeting in our presidential villa. Is presidential villa APC's bet, right? Are they the owner of the president? After 4 years, I want to believe that after this remaining 1.5 years, they may not be there, but they shouldn't be there. They have no reasons to be there. So why use it? Is it their property? And even if it has been like that, will we continue doing the wrong thing the wrong way?
Well, we will leave it on that note. We will be looking between El-Rufai, APC, Ganduje, and the presidency, how they take the party far. Where election is quite approaching, but we're here looking at it, analyzing how it's going. Still the same thing. This is still News Insight.